if you're not a conspiracy theorist by now, you might just not be that intelligent. Quote, Candace Owens. I kind of like Candace Owens. I don't know, give or take. But that's what she said recently. And, or at least I saw a video of her. Maybe it's AI, who knows these days. I tend to agree with her. And that doesn't mean that you're not human, and we're not all human, and we're not all in this together. But it seems pretty wild, like how you can't be a conspiracy theorist, right? It used to be such like a bad term, like just the term itself. Like if you're a conspiracy theorist, then the term was made up by people to call other people crazy, the people who don't want you talking about the stuff that they do. The whole thing is crazy. So I just ate today I have had 200 grams of protein, about 2,700 calories, which is over my normal intake. It's a Saturday, one on the grill. So I just ate 2.5 cheeseburgers, no bread. I don't eat bread, just 2.5 cheeseburgers, 2.5 hot dogs, big bowl of cottage cheese before with fruit, and protein shake and a chocolate milk. And so today I got about 200 grams of protein. But like at this point, if you don't realize that the American, I don't know who did it, and I don't want to say the acronym anyways, but the food pyramid that we all grew up on, it's like designed to kill you. Are you kidding me? It's completely upside down. And now we're realizing it. When I grew up, the America I know growing up in the 80s was Sunny D all day long, and Twinkies and Ho-Hos and Gushers and Fruit by the Foot and Fruit Roll-Up, and I mean, geez, all the cereals, Fruity Pebbles and Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch and mac and cheese and Hamburger Helper and Tuna Helper. And have I named one thing that didn't come out of a box or a jar or a bag? It's all garbage. Like, I'm not eating that stuff now. I'm not letting my kids eat that stuff now. But did my parents just not know better? We just been lied to that long? It's crazy. How do you not see it? If you don't, you choose. It's willful. How many of these rabbit holes have you been down? I feel like I've been down a lot of them. Is the moon real? Is the earth flat? Like, it's crazy. Now, I don't think the earth is flat. And I do think the moon is real. But did we land there? When you think of the moon landing, it's, in my humble opinion, it's one of two things. It's either we never went, which there's a whole theory about that, and there's plenty of people who believe that we never went. And just look into that. I mean, I'm driving from point A to point B in my own town, and I lose cell reception. And what was that, 73? I don't even know when that was, but in the 70s, the president spoke to the moon on a rotary phone, like an old phone. You do this, you don't even do this anymore. This is how new phones are. Okay, this is the new symbol for phone, not this anymore, because there's no phones like this. Click. That's how long ago. Think of the president like this on the phone with it has that little curly wire, that little pigtail wire, and it's like that's how we dial. And the guy's talking to the moon. And who recorded them leaving the moon? How was there a camera left on the moon And you're telling me that they streamed that from the moon to here then? Okay, so maybe we went. But that narrative is piss poor. And at the time, everyone ate it up. Now, when we're seeing the technology we have, it's like, whoa, that's crazy to me. I mean, the whole thing looks like it's held together with duct tape and tin foil. Okay, maybe we went. But that's scenario 1. We went. Scenario 2, we didn't. And it's all fake. But why? Okay, then, that's a whole nother rabbit trail. Did you know that we started going there as soon as people started talking about Antarctica? That's a whole nother rabbit trail. Like, literally, everyone's investigating Antarctica. What's in Antarctica? What's in Antarctica? And all of a sudden, it's like, no, never mind. We're not interested in Antarctica. We're interested in space. Don't look here. Look over there. Another rabbit hole. But the other scenario is that they did it on purpose. They knew that we were going to think, like, that's crazy, that, who would actually believe this narrative? Like, imagine they're that far ahead and they're that smart. And they don't want us to know the truth, that it's way bigger than we went to the moon. It's like stargates. If you've seen the movie Star, there's like portals in some of these D.U.M.B.S. And there's a portal to a whole nother dimension. There's a portal to a whole nother galaxy. And we've got Star Wars, Star Trek, Independence Day fleets, like, flying through galaxies and having, like, intergalactic war with lasers and Death Stars. Is that the deal? And they're up on the moon, like, harvesting with anti-gravity stuff and, like, interdimensional wormhole spacecrafts. And they're on the moon harvesting raw materials and rare materials and bringing them back here. And vibranium comes from the moon. Does vibranium come from the moon? Like, Captain America's shield is a moon rock. Right? So they never went. They did go, and the narrative's true. Or it's way bigger. I mean, I believe anything at this point. I mean, the whole thing that happened in Butler, bro, we're going to believe that the guy is searching porn and then decides to go, like, climb up, carry a ladder past everybody and climb up this thing and lay down on this sloped roof. And everyone's screaming and yelling, hey, there's a guy up there. And this guy does that. Come on now. You're smarter than that. So, like, how are you not a conspiracy theorist? I'm only 8 minutes in. Kidding me? I went to a client's house and they are telling me how they love Fox News, but they don't like Tucker Carlson. But they like Jesse and Gutfeld, and they definitely FJB. And they're all 40, they're gung-ho 45. And we watch Fox News. And I start talking about the Federal Reserve is a private bank. They didn't know. And that we're not on the gold standard since the 70s. And fiat money's fake. And they didn't know. So, like, I know lots of people don't know. I'm not saying that, like, judging this client, these clients that I had. I just, told them a little bit and try and keep it moving, like it's whatever. You have to learn that on your own, or come to my kb13.com. But how do people not know that the Federal Reserve is not real? That it's a private bank, that's not a federal, and that they're everywhere, and that there were no central banking. The central banking cartel was not in the Middle East before 9/11, 9/11. Are these flag words? Is that how this works? Because this is my second or third YouTube channel. It's like, does this algorithm just click on? It's like clickbait words or something. Because I feel like I'm just talking about, this is all, who doesn't know this stuff at this point? This is the Great Awakening. Wakey. Eggs and bakey. It's time. Like, let's go, people. So I just recorded the 13 levels of ascension video. So that'll be up soon. That's nice. I think you guys will like that. But let's talk about OG conspiracy theorist. We'll call him Andrew. I don't need, because my memory is, I did not treat my body very well as a youth and a younger adult. So my memory ain't great. But I remember having this family member, Andrew, who would give me gold and silver coins as a kid, and told me that once the government can mandate you to wear a seatbelt, it's all downhill. Like, that's not a natural law. And that the SSN, the hashtag SSN, or SSN hashtag, was the Tin Man. If you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz, the TIN man and the whole dissertation on that, I mean, it's wild. It's not just me, right? Say something in the comments. Tell me it's you too. It's like, bro. And the thing is, I don't know about this stuff. This dude, Andrew, mailing back his SSN number decades ago, talking about interdimensional beings. He thinks it's intergalactic also. I tend to differ on that. I think it's all interdimensional, but he's convinced it's intergalactic. Go check out the Eisenhower thing. And it's just like the movie They Live, bro. He's had his glasses on for decades. I'm like, man, how do you deal? And he don't even know Jesus. He's a good dude. He's kind of lost, but I love him. He don't know Jesus. Do you know Jesus? He knows you. Loves you. And I think moving forward, I'm coming up on 13 minutes. We got to wrap this up, kb13.com. But coming on the earth in this realm, at minimum, if you ain't a conspiracy theorist, I mean, really, at minimum, you got to know Jesus. Believe in your heart, confess with your mouth. Jesus is Lord. In Jesus' name, be blessed.